when it comes to the walkers in the barn. Maggie's struggle is she doesn't want to betray her father, and she still is in between those two camps, whether they're a threat or whether they're still salvageable people. Whereas Glenn is a very altruistic kid. When you know something that other people should know, that guilt hits hard, that weighs on you, and he always wants to do the right thing, and the right thing is to tell people. So, the barn's full of walkers. I wouldn't say Glenn sees it as dire and as threatening as Shane, but I think he definitely sees it as something that everyone needs to be aware of.
Shane feels like there's gonna be something a little bit rotten in that all these zombies are there and there's no guns. And the idea is just insane to him.
You cannot tell me you're all right with this.
No, I'm not. But we're guests here. This isn't our land.
Rick is freaked out as much as anybody else about this revelation. All he asks at the beginning of this episode is, just give me time to work this out. I can work it out.
We don't know if we're gonna find her, Daryl. We don't.
There's a part of Carol that hopes for hope, more perhaps than believes in the hope that Sophia may still be alive. The odds are so stacked.
I don't.
Daryl becomes very frustrated with people giving up the fight for Sophia, and he doesn't understand why so quick everyone's going to give up, because everyone gave up on him, basically. His initial outburst is one that he was taught, which is to fight, and she took it, which is such a strong moment. He's not a talker, he's not a figure this out kind of a guy. He's like, you don't understand, fight.
Are you all right?
When it hits him what he's doing, and he doesn't want to be this guy, it just brings their bond closer.
See, Rick, he ain't built for this world. Not for what it is now.
You're wrong.
When it comes to the decision about the walkers in the barn, Laurie is taking what would be considered a very traditional position, which is, I will stand with my husband. Not necessarily because I believe he's right, but because we can't continue to diffuse authority to whoever is the angriest and whoever is the loudest. There's also, I think, an element of wanting to make something true by choosing to believe in it.
Even if it's yours, it's not gonna be yours. It's never gonna be yours. And there's nothing you can do to change that.
There are no DNA tests in this world, but I'm choosing that this is his child, and no one's gonna argue with that. Shane is the kind of man for whom that kind of loss of control and loss of family maddens him, and he wants to kill someone.
For Herschel, the few walkers that have gotten through, they've been managed to handle easily.
It's like a farm. It's like the equivalent of being a wild horse or, a Mustang. It is an exchange. I do this, you let us stay. Shane thinks that through my negotiations with Herschel, I've lost my mind as well, and he's just saying enough.
If you want to survive, you gotta fight for it. I'm talking about fight right here, right now.
At a certain point, I think Shane kind of goes, I don't need to listen to the peace committee. And what he does keeps people safe. He does it in what I believe is the wrong way, because it doesn't maintain the peace, and peace is as important as safety. That's a big difference between Shane's thinking and Rick's thinking.
It's a kind of call to arms.
Come on.
We're in survival mode now, and I immediately align myself with Shane. We have to do what needs to be done, and we all have to. It's them or us. It's no time to philosophize.
He's a realist. There's no saving people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just kill them all.
There's that look with Maggie. When Shane opens the door, Glenn says, I gotta do it. And it's because I need to protect you. So he does it reluctantly, but he does it.
The biggest hurdle in this for Maggie is the fact that it's the worst way for her father to come to terms with it. It's not how she would have wanted it done.
It's devastating to him, and there's also a realization that his whole belief system has been undermined. No one is the same after this episode.
Shane is an ally. We're on the same team, and I would expect everybody else to come in and join in and help also to kill these walkers.
There's so much chaos, and in this little stream of light, Sophia comes walking out. There's a split second that she just looks like Sophia. And then Carol gets closer and closer and realizes.
Daryl becomes a very stand-up guy in that situation because he's starting to take care of people. Daryl grabs Carol and holds her down.
It was all just thrown in there all at once. Every feeling she could possibly imagine. The search is over. She's dead. She's become one of these things.
Seeing Carol on the ground was heartbreaking because I know that, and all her hope was taken away.
Laurie feels the loss so keenly for Carl. This was his only friend, and there's a horror in seeing that full transformation from this innocent little girl to this monster.
Up until that point, he's one of these people that needs a mission, and this has become this kind of holy grail for him. The moment he sees her, something just dies in him.
When I see Rick shoot her, two things go through my mind simultaneously. One is, how many more times does he do this before it breaks him? And two, I'm glad he had the stones to do it. Because I think that actually stops him from going down that rabbit hole. There's one thing that needs to be done in that moment, and it's Rick, not Shane, that does it.
And it's a movement towards a darker, more practical, dangerous side of Rick.
The Walking Dead Season 2 continues with new episodes in February, only on AMC. For more exclusive video, go to amctv.com.